be my wife, Ida Salinas, joining me with the stats. Like I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Donald Salinas. We're live at Edinburgh Cat Stadium for some Thursday night football, some 5A football, and it's going to be the SaberCats going on against the Mission veterans from the Mission area. This is a 5A school. Playoffs are set. Both teams will be going to the playoffs. What's going to be decided tonight is who's going to be seated number 1, who will be seated number 2 as far as the big school is concerned. What's going to happen next week will be determined tomorrow. They're looking at either playing the Donna school, PSJ school, or the PSJ Southwest school. We'll find out tomorrow who they're going to be playing. So tonight's going to decide who's seated number 1, and we'll get the number 2 team, and who's seated number 2 will get the number 1 team on the other district. So for tonight, it's going to be a big game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is pouring, and you're going to see it on your screen. As I'm guarantee you, you're going to get the good picture from Cats TV. That is KATS Channel 17, and you're going to be getting that thanks to valleycenter.com. They do the screening. Again, our shirts, I guarantee you, we won't be throwing them today, but again, little thanks going out to Nancy Velasquez. That is our, you want to sell something, give Nancy Velasquez a call, and you'll see it on our shirts, their advertisement. Once again, thanks again a lot to Nancy Velasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be a good one. It's going to be live action, video, and audio. We'll get going in about a few minutes. They're doing the toss right now on the field. I believe it was the SaberCats deferring, or the flip. They won the flip. Now they're deciding who's going to kick where, and it'll be the veterans. I'm sorry, veterans deferred. SaberCats will be receiving, and they'll receive on the north side of the field. The wind, it's going to be a big factor. We got a good north wind coming in from the north side, of course, blowing to the south, and it'll be the SaberCats getting the ball, going with the wind. But in the second quarter, it's going to be the Mission going with the wind on their back. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this team from Mission area 2 years ago. They had the same quarterback. He's a good guy. He's good. I saw him against a very good team, which was Kyle Allen, and they gave them as much as they could on the second round of the playoffs. This team has been together a few years. They should be good. And again, SaberCats on their third year, they're just as good. So once again, we should have a good one tonight. Now, we've had a few games, at least 4, with a lot of rain here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. And the field drains real well. The turf is good. But for some reason, we average about 15 to 20 either fumbles, bad snaps, mishandled snaps on the punt, on the kickoff. We've seen a lot of balls going everywhere when it's raining this turf, so we'll see what happens tonight, but expect some of that tonight here. So once again, it's going to be the SaberCats receiving on the north side of the field. They'll be traveling south, and it'll be the veterans kicking from the south to the north. It should be a good one once again. I'm Donald Salinas. Paul Osbury is going to join me as soon as he can. Ladies and gentlemen, as most of the people that know me and Paul, y'all know Paul works as the AD at the Brewster Junior High, and he does the coaching for the football, basketball, track, and also the golf. So he's got a game tonight in Mission. He's going to join us. He just called. He's going to get here as soon as he can. He knows we got a lot of people tuning in tonight due to the weather. It's going to be, and let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to fill up here with umbrellas at least. But the SaberCats this year have been the number 1 as far as having fans at their game. But tonight it's going to be tough. But again, once again, thanks to Cats TV, valleycenter.com. You can stay home and watch this game live. We're coming to you live from Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right is going to be Rolando Ramos, and to my left, Ida Salinas. Hope you enjoy the game. Here we go with the kickoff. It's the Vets kicking off from the 40-yard line. Straight line drive picked up at the 10-yard line by the SaberCats. He's down to the 20, 25, 30, 35. And a good baby saving play by number 6. That is number 6 on the veteran side. But it's going to be great field position. We talk about field position every time we do these games. And it's going to be the SaberCats starting at their own 36-yard line. They got about 64 yards to go before they put some points on the board. 11:54 left. Once again, we have SaberCat football tonight on a Thursday here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas bringing you the action tonight from Cat Stadium. Here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 36. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 on the backfield. Handoff. He saw the hole clogged up by the middle linebacker. Quickly tried to turn it to the outside and went nowhere, but maybe for a loss of 2 yards after he tried to make something happen. He slipped, fell, so a loss of 2. Call it 2nd and 12 coming up. And the quarterback, I believe, I'm looking for a number. That is number 12.
21, touchdown.
I'm looking at number 12 as Robert Vela quarterback. That is Lopez at the quarterback position. Here we go. He's got one right, two to the left, one to the right, one right next to him. And there goes the first miscue on the snap. And it's going to be a legal procedure. The snap never got off. Everybody moved. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a legal procedure on the SaberCats.
Number 51, 5 yards, second down.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and 17 now coming up for the SaberCats. Not a good start for the SaberCats. They lost 2 yards, then they got 5 yards back. 2nd and 17 coming up, and it is Lopez as a quarterback by himself in the back. We got 2 right, three right, and 2 to the left. Everybody spread out, big spread out. Here we go. Changing the play, audible being called. Still got 14 seconds on the play clock. A lot of time for Lopez to set up again. Here we go. They're set up. There's the snap. It's going to be a run to the far side. He's got a blocker. He did a good job there. They got about 8 yards on the play, so they needed 17. He picked up 9, so it'll come up with a 3rd and 9 coming up. Yet to throw a pass, and we know they like to spread out. Giving him 8 yards, it'll be 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. No pass thrown yet. It's him by himself again in the backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes the snap. They're changing audible. The play's being changed right there. We still got 10 seconds on the play clock. The snap. Lopez back to pass. He's got time. There goes the pass. Got a man wide open. Great catch by number 44, I believe. De Luna on the catch. That is number 44. And he needed, like I said, he needed 10 yards. And he picked up about 26 yards on the play. So it'll be the first catch for the night. And it's the SaberCats moving the ball quickly. They're at the 37-yard line of the Mission Vets. Here he goes. He's got one man right behind him. He's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff. We got a flag down, maybe a free play. We'll wait and see. They let the play go. That usually means that it's going to be on the defense. We have a timeout on the field. 9:47 left, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's SaberCats touching the ball for the first time. They picked up a big first down on a big play on a 3rd and 10. After they lost 2 yards on the first play, they went back 5 more on the second play. On the legal procedure, they picked up the 7. We had a 3rd and 10 and hit number 44, De Luna, on a big pass on a 3rd and 10. Here comes the call. We got a flag on the field. It was 1st and 10. And it's going to be offsides on Mission Vet, so it's a free down. It's going to be 1st and 5 coming up. Here comes the call from Greg Ontiveros. It's going to be the head ref tonight. 5 yards. It'll be a flag against Mission. First flag for them for 5 yards. Hand off to the right side. Nothing. Trying to pick up something. Trying to get something going still. Couldn't go nowhere. And ladies and gentlemen, we talk about your job as a defensive end is don't let them get to the outside. And that was a great job there being done by the Mission Vets. Not letting him get to the outside. As a matter of fact, I think he lost 2 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and call it 7 coming up. Once again, we're at Cat Stadium. It's a big game for the SaberCats. They're in the playoffs for the first time in school history. But for right now, they're trying to see if they're going to get seeded 1 or 2. We'll find out tomorrow who's that team they're going to play. And also, they'll be seeded 1 or 2. Here we go. Handoff going right up the middle. Turned it to the outside. Trying to get away. Can't get away. So it'll be maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down once again. This is going to be the 2nd 3rd down they face tonight. On the first one, they were good for a good pass. He's thrown 1 pass. It's been completed. We'll see what happens. 3rd and 7 coming up. Right now, we're at the 34-yard line. We might be looking at 2-down territory. You can get 4 or 5 yards on this play. Maybe you'll go for it on 4th down. We'll wait and see. He's got 1 to the left. He's got 3 to the right. 1 man right next to him. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a pass. He's back. A lot of time. He's got a lot of time. He's directing traffic. And ladies and gentlemen, he kind of had so much time. The guy went like on 15 and he turned and he told him take off again. I got enough time, but he never did. And they just weren't on the same page. So here comes 4th down coming up. 8:29 left here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas bringing you the action. Paul will join us as soon as he can. That was the 2nd pass he's thrown. So he's 1 for 2 right now. That is Lopez as a quarterback. Right now, here comes 4th down coming up, and they are going for it. He's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and he's got running back right next to him on the left side. Here comes the snap. Snap is good. He's got a lot of time. He picks his receiver. He's got one receiver. Oh! It was tipped. I mean, they were both going for the ball. That was a fine. There was no flag there. There shouldn't be a flag. It went off one receiver, and it hit the other defender. He was turned around. Could have been intercepted. It fell incomplete in the end zone, so it's going to be a turnover on downs for the SaberCats. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 34 for the Mission Vets. So he went one. The quarterback, Lopez, going down for he completed 1 out of 3 passes. And let me tell you what, Mission Vet, they're ready to go. The refs aren't ready, but they'll be ready in a few seconds. They run the, there we go. It'll be a snap, nobody behind him. A pass right up the middle. Great pass, great catch. A pickup of 9 yards quickly. 1 for 1 on the quarterback there on the Vet side. These guys throw the ball a lot, ladies and gentlemen. We thought maybe the rain would slow them down, but like I said, first possession, SaberCats throw 3 passes. First possession for the Vets. They come out throwing the ball. 2nd and 1 coming up. Ball at the 43-yard line. Here comes the snap. Coming back. He's got nowhere to go, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of at least 7 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 coming up. John Trevino, number 44, on the tackle. Great play by John Trevino. Ladies and gentlemen, he had a lot of time. I can call that a coverage sack because he had nowhere to throw the ball. So he kept it, and he got that's a sack that you'll give credit to the defensive backs. Here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up. 7:28 left and running. And it's the Vets at their own 35-yard line. We had movement on the center. The guy in front of him saw him, so he went ahead. And now, did the ref see the center move? I don't know. They never threw the flag. Now, they're calling it offsides. And, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the game live. And if you're watching it, you're going to see that the center did move. The individual that went offsides had every right to do that. But, again, you got to make sure that they see the play. And he did the right thing by seeing it move and jump, but no ref picked it up. So it's going to be 5 yards. Call it a 3rd and 4 coming up. 7:15 and counting. They're at their own 40-yard line. 5 yards. That was a 5 yards against the SaberCats. Snap a little low. Still managed to pick it up. He needed 5 and ended up picking up, let me see, about 9. So we go for the first time on the Vet side. What we're going to do is move those chains. We're moving the chains on the SaberCats on the field. Guys, y'all lost me. We didn't move it for the first time. The SaberCats got the first down. Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Vets. Snap a little low. He managed to pick it up. A little screen pass to the left. Went nowhere, incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 coming up. 6:47. That'll stop the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're live at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donut Salinas bringing you the action. Paul will join me as soon as he can. For right now, it's still SaberCats on their first possession. Came out empty, throwing the ball in the end zone. And now it's Mission Vets getting the ball for the first time. All right, here we go. It's a snap. A little low. Picked it up, number 1. Back to pass. Oh, and it's going to be incomplete. Out of bounds. Great catch. Great throw, but he came down out of bounds on the far side. They needed 10. He picked up 13, like I said, but he was out of bounds, so it's incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And just like the way the SaberCats went for it.
3rd and 10 for Mission.
Oh, 3rd and 10 coming up. I'm sorry about that. They had the 3rd down already over there. It's 3rd and 10 coming up. They're at their own 47-yard line. Here's the snap. A little low snap. Managed to pick it up. It caused trouble for him. He's going to the far side. He's got room. He's got 6, 7, 8, 9. He needed 10, and he picked up 11 yards. So for the 2nd time on the Mission side, we're going to do is move those chains. We're moving the chains for the 2nd time on this drive. It was a 3rd and 10. And they'll move the chains, and the ball will be set at the 41-yard line, but on the SaberCats side of the field. So the Vets moving the ball also the way the SaberCats did, but they came out empty on downs there. That was the SaberCats. Here we go, 6:18 and running. Still left in the first quarter. We're in a scoreless game here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donut Salinas bringing you the action. Paul will join us soon. Here we go. First down, pass to the low, incomplete. He had it, he lost it. There's a flag. We'll wait and see what the flag is. They didn't stop the play. That makes you think that maybe we got flags on both sides, and it might be offside. We'll wait and see. Maybe they didn't get set up. That is the offensive side before the play. And it is. They didn't get set up. You got to set up for at least 1 second, or if you have too many people moving in motion, that's going to cause it. It's going to bring them back 5 yards. It was a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It'll bring it back to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 coming up. And ladies and gentlemen, these teams to me just match up great, man. And you know, both teams gave Sherryland a run for their money. They both lost by a close score. So these guys, Sherryland, teams to watch in the playoffs. Here we go. It's going to be 1st and 15. Snap back. Nobody in the backfield. He's got to pass. He's got a man to the left side. Incomplete. Thrown out of bounds. Good coverage there on the SaberCat side. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
Coverage for the SaberCats, 24, Ruben Garcia.
Quarterback is Santos Villarreal. Is that Santos Villarreal? Yeah, Santos Villarreal. That's the stats given to me by Mr. Ramos. Thank you very much. I got Santos Villarreal thrown quite a bit of passes already. We'll wait and see from Mr. Ramos after their possession how many passes he's thrown, how many they caught. Here we go. 2nd and 15 coming up. Here's the snap. It's going to be a little shovel pass right underneath, and he picks up good yardage. Maybe picked up 8 yards, so it's going to be 3rd. They needed 15, 3rd and 7 coming up. Once again, both teams have had quite a bit of 3rd down plays. It's mission with 2 coming through with 2 of them, and it was the SaberCats also picking up 2 first downs on 3rd down. Here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up for Mission Vet. They're at the 43-yard line of the SaberCat. There's a snap. He's back to pass. He's got to hurry. He's got a man. He overthrew the man on a little screen to the left side. Incomplete. So here it comes. See what they're going to do. It's going to be 4th and 7 coming up. 5:27. It'll stop the clock. Here in the first quarter, it's still scoreless. It's SaberCat 0, Mission Vet 0. 4th down coming up. Ball at the 43-yard line. It was the first drive. The SaberCats went for it on 4th down, incomplete in the end zone. Now it's going to be Mission Vets going for it also on 4th and 7 coming up. Quarterback, that is Santos Villarreal, back to pass. There's the snap. Nobody behind him trying to get a grip on the ball. They're coming in on him. They send everybody in. It's going to be a sack of loss of 4 yards. So it's going to be both guys have turned the ball over 1 time each, and both of them have turned it over on down. So it's going to be, instead of moving the chains, we're going to flip them chains. We're flipping them to the other way, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 41 for the Vela SaberCats. We got us a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams, I discussed this at home with Rolando and Edith on the way over here. I was like, you know, sometimes these coaches maybe don't want to show everything because of the playoffs coming up or whatever, but it seems to me like they both want to be seated number 1. Here we go, 1st and 10 SaberCats. He's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 on his right side. He's going to pass. He's got a man on the near side of the field, number 1, and he's going to pick up at least 9 yards, maybe 11, and he does. He's past the 49-yard line. He needed to get to the 49. Here comes Ontiveros on the call, and he's going to say, one more time now for the SaberCats, move those chains. We're moving the chains for the SaberCats, and it's going to be 1st and 10, and quickly they're at the 48-yard line of the Vets. Here we go. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's got a man right on his left hip. Here we go. It's going to be the snap. They'll probably audible right here. No, they snapped the ball. He fakes a handoff. He keeps it himself. That is Luna, and he's got a lot of room. A good block on the far side. No flag yet. And he's going to go. He needed 10. He picked up 23 yards. Here comes a late flag. They might add another 15. We'll wait and see. For right now, they're going to maybe move. We'll wait to see on the call. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a flag. He picked up at least, let me see, 10, 20, 27 yards on the play, on the run. That was a quarterback keeping it himself. A good play where he had the audible of either handing it off or keeping it. He got a great block from the outside, the far side receiver, and picked up another 15 yards before they made contact with him, and he went out of bounds. We saw a late flag. Here comes the call. And it's against the SaberCats, unnecessary roughness. So that's after the play. So he did pick up the 27 yards. That's on the stats already. And then we did move the chains. So one more time for the SaberCats, we're going to move those chains. But it's a dead ball foul, so it'll bring them back 15. Ball will come back to the 31-yard line after a pickup of 28 yards. That was done. Dead ball foul, bringing it back. He's got 3 to the right, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 on his right hip. He fakes the handoff. He's going to pass. He's getting pressured. He throws. He got rid of it. Nowhere to go. I mean, it was hard. He was getting chased. It's hard to throw the ball as you're going to your right as a right-handed passer. It's kind of hard. That was a tough play. Best thing he did was got rid of it before he got sacked for a loss of at least 7 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up. 4:56, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you just joined us. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of people joining us. The weather, it's still raining. It's been raining all day. And we got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. A man on his left hip. Here we go, SaberCats, 2nd and 10. Audible, they're changing the play. We still got 8 seconds, 7 seconds left in the play clock. Here's the snap, good snap. Handoff right up the middle. Trying to get to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, makes 2, 3. Oh, fumble on the plate, and the ball still loose. And it was the SaberCats jumping on it after it rolled at least 7 yards. They do pick it up. So one more time, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is move those chains. We're moving the chains. And again, he fumbled the ball. You'll see it. You saw it, I'm sure, on your screen. But he fumbled the ball after a pickup of maybe 4 or 5 yards. And luckily enough, the veteran jumped on it, but it went right through his body. And it was the SaberCats coming up with it after 11 yards down the field. Here we go. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 on his right hip. And here goes the audible one more time. He's changing the play. 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Again, plenty of time, nowhere to go. He's going to keep it, try to get something out of nothing, but nowhere. They're going to keep running the clock, even though they took him out of bounds. Forward progress will continue the clock running. He lost at least 4 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 14. Mike Salinas, Coach Salinas, calling timeout to think this over because you don't want to go backwards after you were the 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, we got us a good one here at Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. Helping me out tonight is Rolando Ramos and Ida Salinas with the stats. 3:57 left. It's still SaberCats 0, Mission Vets 0. Both teams have gone for it on their first possession on the 4th down. Both teams came up short. They've turned the ball over on downs. I got a quick question for you on the passing on the Mission veteran side. They threw the ball quite a bit, didn't they, Rolando?
They threw the ball 5 times, Donut, and they caught it just once.
Just once was caught. Now, we've seen these guys like to pass the ball on the other side, on the SaberCats. How are they doing on their passing?
They also threw the ball 5 times, but they only caught it twice.
All right, and that's the stats from Rolando. We have 5 passes on both sides, and I believe, and we have 1 catch on their side, but 2 big catches on the
Injured player for the Patriots, number 45, Mike Bettis.
We can see
All right, so here we go. There's a timeout on the field. Injured player, that is number 45. He's fine. He's walking out on his own. All right, here we go. It's going to be a 2nd and 15 coming up, 3:57. That was a timeout, first timeout being called on the game. Another kind of an injury timeout. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 15 coming up. SaberCats, he's got 1 split to the left, 1 to the right, 2 on the back. Handoff right up the middle. A good run, good pickup of 6 yards, call it. That 6 yards being picked up by number Arredondo, 23, I believe. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 9, and once again, with the wind behind our back, we might be on a 2-down territory, depending, I'm pretty sure, on what happens on this play. It is a 3rd down and 9 coming up. All right, here we go. SaberCats setting up. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 on his left hip. And here comes the snap. There's the snap. They're coming in. He's got time. He's got a receiver. He hits the receiver at about the 12-yard line. He needed to get to the 14. They get him at the 13. So one more time, guys. Here we go. Move those chains. We're moving the chains. That's me, Edith, and Rolando. Un trio. Giving you a trio here from Edinburgh Cat Stadium. We're moving the chains. It'll stop the clock with 3:07, but it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line for the SaberCats. Oh, lost his footing in the backfield. That was number 23. That was Anthony Arredondo, losing his foot in the back. Managed to get right back to the line of scrimmage. So call it a 2nd and 10 coming up. Once again, 2nd possession for the SaberCats. Mission Vets has touched it 1 time. They turned it over on downs. SaberCats did the same thing on their first possession. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 on his right hip. Here we go. They're changing the play once again. And SaberCats do that a lot. Sometimes they'll surprise you and go with a quick snap. Down 10 seconds, still 11 seconds left in the play clock. Here's the snap, good snap. Fakes the handoff, tries to keep it himself, goes up the middle, and picks up some good yardage after they got nothing on 1st down. Maybe picked up 5. We have another timeout on the field, and it's going to be a Mission Bet player down. Hopefully he's going to be fine. And here goes the classic things that all Edinburgh teams do is all players taking a knee. Also the cheerleaders on one knee. A little shout out. Let's do a shout out, man. We're going to shout out to Miss Ramos. Shout out going out to Myra Ramos from Roma, teacher at Roma High School. From Rolando Ramos. Ramos from Roma and from Rolando and Miss Ramos. And anyway, let's do the shout out. That is to Myra Ramos from Rolando Ramos. And she's a teacher at Roma High School. I hope you're enjoying the game. And you know what? Roma wins tomorrow. They're in the playoffs. So good luck to Roma. Also, our coaches. Give me some names from the coaches.
Coach Ochoa.
Coach Ochoa.
And Garcia.
And Garcia, ex-brothers from the Stark County area. So we'll give them a shout-out, too. Once again, you tuned in to Cat Stadium here in Edinburgh, and it's SaberCat football tonight. They're in the playoffs. They're playing a team that they're going to find out whether it's going to happen as far as who's seeded number 1, who's seeded number 2. We got a little shout-out going out. It's going to go to Miss Espinosa from Felix Espinosa and Iram Espinosa. Miss, happy birthday from your boys. They love you. I said, what is it? Why? He says, you're beautiful. You cook good food. And I know, Felix, I can see it. Hello. But shout out from your sons, Felix, Iram. They want to wish you a happy birthday, many more. And Iram, ay, boy. Hope you enjoyed the shout out. I'll do it again after halftime, guys. Tune in, keep on watching the game. Felix, have a good night, buddy. Here we go. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball at the 7-yard line for the SaberCats. 2:17, 2:15 and counting left in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. We took off early on the near side. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about these flags. At this time of the year, we had not been seeing many flags. In the last few games, we've seen quite a bit. To me, this evening already, just in the first quarter, we're still in the first quarter. We got 2 minutes left, and that was going to be the receiver on the near side of the field took off before the ball was snapped, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Big difference on the play. Here we go, 3rd and 10 coming up. 154 left, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield. Number 1 on motion. There's a snap. He keeps it. He's got nowhere to go. Great play by the defense on their side by keeping him to the inside where he got some help. Didn't let him get to the outside. That was a quarterback keeper. He faked the handoff to the guy on motion. So it'll bring a 4th and 11. Call it. I think they're sending the ball at the 11-yard line. So it'll be a 20. Let me see. They'll be setting up. He's setting the tee up at about the 27 at 30. 27-yard field goal try by SaberCats to get on the board. 1:15 left and counting left in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Good hole. It looks good from here. We'll wait for the call. Field goal, SaberCats. So with 1:03 left on their second possession, it's the SaberCats getting on the board and getting 3 points up there. 1:03 left. It is now here at Cat Stadium. SaberCats 3. Vets 0. We'll see what's going to happen. Vets will be touching the ball for the second time. And Rolando, I mean, on the passes, how many passes have they thrown out? And give me the SaberCat side. How many passes have they thrown?
6 passes, and they completed 3.
They completed 3. How about running the ball? How are we doing on running the ball?
They ran the ball a couple of times. I think they gained about 20 yards.
20 yards on the ground. That's by the SaberCats. And on the air, they've done quite a bit. They got more yards on the air. That is 39, 40, about 50-some yards. 50-some yards in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's these teams kind of got the same style, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's a good style. And I think that 5A football didn't get any weaker. Let me tell you, I like the competition and what we've seen on 5A football. We'll wait and see how 6A is going to go. But for right now, we have 5A action tonight here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. It's the Robert Vela SaberCats making history this year by winning their, I think, 3 or 4 in a row, and then also making the playoffs for the first time in school history. Here's the kickoff. Goes all the way to the end zone. Number 4 gets it. He's going to bring it out to the 5, to the 10, 15, 20, 23-yard line, 24-yard line. Good run back. That was a big risk, ladies and gentlemen. He was about 5 yards deep in the end zone. They never hesitated to bring it out. And once again, it was either going to be the 25 or you know, how far you get. He got to the 24-yard line. I guess that's not a bad chance he took right there. Just it would have been 1 yard further. But it's going to be 1st and 10. Second time they touch the ball, and they're set up quickly. They got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man on his left hip. Here goes handoff right up the middle to the right side. And it's going to be a good pickup of 7 yards. Pickup is 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up for Mission Vet.
Armando Regalado.
That was Regalado on the run. Oh, no, that was John Garcia running the ball for Mission Bet. Here we go. They're set up already once again. Same thing as the SaberCats. No huddle. They got 1 split to the right, 2 to the right, and we have 3 to the left. He's by himself in the backfield at the 16-yard line. Here's the snap at the 26. I'm sorry. He keeps it. He gets hit very well, but he needed 3, and he picked up about 4 yards. So one more time for the Vets. We're going to move those chains. We're moving the chains on their side, and it's going down all the way down to the 30. Ball's being spotted at the 35-yard line. 17 seconds and counting once they start the clock. They start the clock. No, they didn't. They're just running the play clock. I don't know why, but the clock should be running. We got 1 to the right, 3 to the left. 17 seconds still show. Little bat snap, a little low. It messed up the play, but he picked up the ball, ladies and gentlemen, on his knee. And that's what happens in high school or college. That means you're down right there. So it's going to be a loss of 5 yards. And again, that's about the 5th or 6th snap that's gone low. The quarterback not realizing he went down to pick up the ball. So when he picked it up, his knee was down. So that'll put you right there. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Donald Salinas. I got Rolando Ramos, Ida Salinas joining me up in the booth. And we got a good ball game right now. SaberCats from Robert Vela, 3. And veterans from Patriots from Mission, 0. After 1 quarter of play, both teams have touched the ball twice. First downs, it's SaberCats picking up 6, and the veterans Patriots only 3. They've been flagged, though. That's 4 times for 30 yards. That's Robert Vela. On the other side, two flags for 10 yards only. Both teams have turned the ball over once on downs, and the only point that came in was 1:03 left in the first quarter. It was SaberCats putting up 3 points. Ida, great job, man. You picked it up very well, babe. Thank you very much. Here we go, second quarter. He's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 on his right hip. He comes back to pass. He's got a little time. He goes to pass up the middle. Almost intercepted, went through the hands of the receiver, number 20, I believe. And it'll be stop the clock with 11:55 left. That was the dangerous pass. He didn't have much time. And when you come back across the field, you got to stop and throw across your body. That's a hard pass to throw. It's a dangerous pass. You don't believe me? Ask Romo what happens on that. So it's going to be 2nd and 3rd and 15 coming up. I'm sorry. Remember when he took the knee. 3rd and 15 coming up. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He's by himself in the backfield. There's a snap. Handled well. Here comes his blitz. They come up. They got him. He spinned away. He's back to the 15th. Throws the ball. And I got past the line of scrimmage. And he was out of the pocket, so we have no flag, just an incomplete pass. Barely, ladies and gentlemen, maybe by 2 yards, got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 15. Big set of downs there by the defense on the SaberCats, because remember, they only put 3 points up on the board. So that wasn't much more that these guys could come back and tie it or take the lead on a touchdown possession. So here we go. It's going to be 4th and 15, 11:46 left in the half, and the second time that the veteran Patriots get the ball, they're punting a high snap, good handle by the punter. He gets it away. He had called a fair catch at the 31-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Not bad field position for the SaberCats. This will be the 3rd time they're touching the ball. And it'll be the second quarter. Guys, just by seeing what's happening in the first quarter, these guys take their drive and they take them. Now, can you finish off the drive and putting points on the board? They both did on the first possession, but on the second possession, the SaberCats managed to come up with 3 points. Right now, it's going to be SaberCats 3 and the Veterans 0. 11:39 left. Ladies and gentlemen, 1st and 10. He's got 3 split to the left, 1 on his right hip. Here comes the snap. Good snap. Run up the middle. good run. And like we talk, me and Paul always talk, if you can get 4 yards on every play, you'll take it, because 4 times 3 will give you 12 yards, and you're going to be moving those chains. So it's going to be a pickup of 4, call it 2nd and 6 coming up with 11:23 left in the half.
Coming into this game has gained 642 yards and 10 touchdowns, good for 60 points.
2nd and 6 coming up, 11-12 left in the half. It's SaberCats 3 and the Vets 0. Here's the snap. Hand off to the far side of the field. Try to cut back to the inside. Nowhere to go. Maybe a pickup of 1 yard at the most. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. All right, we got maybe a shout out, guys. But here we go. We're going to see what's going on here. We have a 3rd and 5 coming up. Now, if you're Mission Vets, you did a great job, because what you did right now is you can stop them, and the way they stopped you on 3 downs, you can stop them on 3 downs. If they get the 1st down, you're asking for trouble. Here we go. 3rd and 4 coming up for the SaberCats. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 on his right hip. Here's the snap. Good snap. It's going to be a handoff to this side, and nowhere to go once again. Defense doing good as far as not letting the guy get to the outside. So it's going to be a 4th and 3 coming up, and more likely you got the punting team coming out. Here we go. All right, a little shout out going out to Coach Salas. Coach Salas tuning in. That's no problem, buddy. I will call you after the game. We got how about a shout out going out to the boys and girls from Brewster Longhorns basketball team, who they won tonight. A little shout out going out to them, and also Coach Alsbury. He's on his way. Here we go. Here's the snap. Good snap. And we have a flag, and they stopped the play. More than likely, it's going to be it's SaberCats moving and bringing them back 5 more yards. We'll wait and see and make sure on the call. Here comes a call from Greg Ontiveros, head ref, and it is false start on the SaberCats. 5 yards on the play, bring up a 4th and 8 coming up now. And same thing, they'll be playing the ball. They got a guy split far right, guy split far left. He's got 1 guy right next to him just in case somebody breaks through. He'll be playing from about his own 21, 22-yard line. Here we go. Here's the snap. Good. Oh, he dropped the. He tried to do the best thing he could by just, he dropped it. He touched the ball. The guy touched the ball, and I believe, for what reason, I don't know now.
Ball from the ground. Officials are indicating
can we get a replay on that, maybe, Catch TV? What happened there is.
Is it ruled a fumble for?
What was that? The touch violation. So it's going to be Mission Veteran football. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, all they got, he dropped the snap. And again, we've seen a lot of that on this field when it rains. All he could do was maybe get rid of the ball, so he kicked it from the ground. I thought a veteran had touched it, but they say no. So here you go. It's going to be 1st and 10. Handoff right up the middle. Managed to get, oh, wow. They met him about a yard after 1 yard pickup. And we talked about that yak, and that's yards after contact. He picked up 5 yards after contact. Call it a 2nd and 4 coming up. We're about under 9 minutes left in this half. It's still the SaberCats from Robert Vela 3 and the Patriots from Mission Vet 0. They're at the 35-yard line on a 2nd and 4, though, of the SaberCats. Here we go. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's by himself on the backfield. He's going to pass. Here comes the pass, completed at about 6 yards down the field. Picked up another 7, so it's going to be enough for us to move those chains. We're moving the chains one more time. Quickly, they're at the 24-yard line of Robert Vela. 8:44 left and counting in the half. It is right now Robert Vela 3, Mission Vets 0. They're at the 24-yard line of the SaberCats. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Another pass coming up. He's got a lot of time. They took him deep, so he's got the whole middle open. Decides to tuck it in and run. He needed 10. He picked up 17. So one more time. Move those chains. They're inside the 10, so we're going to drop them chains. All right. So here we go. It's going to be a 1st and go from the 8-yard line. 8-18, 8-17 and counting. 1 to the right, 3 to the left, 1 on his back. Handoff right up the middle, number 34. He's going to the left side. He started in the middle, cracked it back to the far side of the field, and picked up 6 yards. So now it's going to be a second and goal from the 2-yard line, and that was Garcia on the run. John Garcia, number 34, on the run. Here we go. We have 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 on his left hip. Here comes Snap. He keeps it right up the middle, and this time I don't think he's going to get in there. It'll be 3rd down coming up, and he's down at the 1-yard line, and it looked very good on the start of the play. It took a while to develop, so the defense closed up the hose and managed to stop him after a pickup of 1 yard. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line for Mission Vets. They're trying to take the lead here. 7:20 and counting left in the half. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeps it one more time, and nowhere. They just met him right at the line of scrimmage. Got back to the 1 and no further than that. Now here we go. Big call right here. It's going to be up to the coaching staff. They have a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. On the last 2 plays, ladies and gentlemen, they haven't picked up but 1 yard. Here we go, 4th down. They're not using a timeout. You got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and timeout, SaberCats. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. And you talk about, does it matter whether you win or lose or who you're going to play? Yeah, it does, apparently. We have a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, and it is going to be the Mission Veteran Patriots trying to get into the end zone. They were going to go for it. SaberCats didn't like what they saw on the defensive side of the field. Here's the replay. Look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Here he goes. He's going to keep it, and hello, where are you going? No, one more time, Catch TV. Catch TV, what they're bringing you. Hello, ¿dónde vas? He had a dead end right there, man. So, ¿qué más quieres? Dice Mr. Ramos. You're right, man. If you're the defensive coordinator right there, you're saying, ¿qué más quieres? So it's going to be a 4th and goal from the 1, 6:51 left. And the way they were set up, they were going to go for it. Now watch for the hard count. Now the hard count's only going to move you half the distance. It's going to move you 2 feet. But we'll wait and see. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and he's by himself on the backfield. So you got to have a linebacker read the quarterback, see what he's going to do. We'll wait and have it. Oh, they moved. They pick up number 62 on the movement. And that tells me they were going to sweep to that side, and he was going to roll out with a block. So, coaches, it changes everything. Here we go. Now we have a 4th and goal, ball at the 6. And again, ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me like they're set up to go for it. That says a lot about your kicking team, if you ask me, guys. It's going to be 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He's by himself in the backfield. There it is. It seems like if he's going to run it the whole time. Great play by the defense. Do not let him get to the outside. Turn him to the inside where he had a lot of help. And he got nowhere. He lost maybe half a yard. So now it's going to be, instead of getting into the end zone or moving the chain or whatever, we're going to flip those chains. Again, they turn the ball over on downs. That's, I believe, the 2nd time they turn it over on downs. 1 time they punt it. And we talk about, how many times they touch the ball. I believe it's only touched the ball 3 times each. They've only touched the ball 3 times each, ladies and gentlemen. And we only have 3 points on the board. So that's just to tell you how much they move the ball. They get into the red zone and nothing can be done. Here we go. 1st and 10. SaberCats at their own 7-yard line.
Oh, helmet's off.
High helmets flying everywhere. And play went nowhere.
On the tackle, 44, Hugo Cabrera.
All right, loss of 3 yards, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a 2nd great defensive play. All of a sudden, it's the defense coming up with the big plays after the offense moves the ball all the way into the red zone. It's going to be 2nd and 13 coming up, 6:30 left. And the best thing right now, I think, that happened for the SaberCats is let's get some breathing room and let's pick up a 1st down or 2 and then pin them back with 6 minutes left. Here we go. Man on emotion, number 1. Here's the snap. Good snap. It's going to pass. Pump and go. He's got him open. And he hits him. Great read by the receiver, the defender. Oh, it's intercepted. He dropped the ball.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. He was down. And Coach Salinas cannot believe the call. He was already down, so he let the ball go. When he let the ball go, the defender came up with the ball. So, again, he caught it on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. So the gentleman is down right there and then. Can we get a replay on that, guys? Maybe?
Not with them.
Oh, not with the guys there. And again, quickly, it is the offense ready to go. 3 to the right, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's by himself in the backfield. And ladies and gentlemen, that's some play there, man. Here we go, the snap. He's going to pass. Here comes the pass to the near side of the field. Pick up of 4 yards. Call it 5. We'll call it 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up. He was inbounds. The clock will still run. We got under 6 minutes left. And ladies and gentlemen, SaberCats were ready to move the chains and this and that. And then it was a defender that came up with the ball. I believe he was down, though. He relaxed, just let go of the ball because when he caught it, he was on his knees. Here we go. 2nd and 4 coming up. Back to pass. Oh, that's a block. That's a flag. That's a flag. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be on number 34. He cut the defensive end on the far side of the field badly. It just took a while for Greg to get to his flag, so it's going to bring it back 10 yards. It was a 2nd and 4 and 5 coming up. The play was. I'm sure they'll put them back to a 2nd and 15 coming up. Well, wait for the call to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it was against Mission. Oh, there we go. They're going to move him back 10 yards. Clipping on the 15 yards. That's a clip. That's a 15-yarder against Mission. And it's a big one, ladies and gentlemen, because they just intercepted the ball at the SaberCat 31-yard line. And after they stop you on a 4th and go from the 1, they managed to stop you. You get the ball right back at the 31, but now you're back to the 40. Here we go. It's a handoff right up the middle, little draw. Fumble! And like the way it happened for the SaberCats earlier when they fumbled after a 4-yard run and ended up picking up the ball 7 yards later for a first down. He got hit. He fumbled the ball, went rolling for about 6 yards, and it was the vest falling on the ball this time. So 3rd and 12 coming up. To me, you're going to be on a two down territory right here. We'll wait and see. He's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield but him. There we go. There's a snap. Good snap. Good guy. Oh, good catch. He is going to be short of the first down, though. So we're looking at a 4th once again. 4th and 2 maybe coming up for Mission Vet, and it seems to me like they're going to go for it again. Again, SaberCats, watch the hard count. Watch the hard count. We'll wait and see what's going to happen. We're at 4:52 left. It'll stop the clock with going out of bounds. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 1 man on his right hip. Here we go. It's going to be 4th and 2 coming up. Ball at the 23-yard line. Here's the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He ran into his own player. He's got nowhere to go, and he throws the ball. Almost intercepted, but that's the best thing he could have done was knock it down because he was going to be 1st and 10 for the SaberCats at the 18. Instead, it's going to be 1st and 10. We got a flag down. And it's against Mission, illegal man downfield. So they're going to decline it. And instead of moving the chains, we're going to flip them chains. It'll be 1st and 10. Robert Vela, SaberCats, they're still up 3-0, and it'll be at their own 23-yard line. Defense coming up big, ladies and gentlemen, for the Robert Vela side. Once again, the call that changed the ball around, that turned the ball around, was a fumble that I don't think should have happened. Yeah. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Robert Vela. SaberCats, they're at the 23-yard line. 4:45 left. Here we go, like a little reverse, tricky play. Cuts it back in, had nowhere to go to the outside. Picked up maybe only 2 yards on that play. He fooled nobody, but still managed to pick up 4 yards on the play. Call it a 2nd and 6, 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. We're down to 4:25 and counting. SaberCats set up at their own 27-yard line. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 on his left hip. Here comes the snap. Oh, they're going to audible again. And again, ladies and gentlemen, both teams, they're going to be tough to defend, man. These guys go quick. Here we go, 7 seconds, 5 seconds left. 4. Here's the snap, good snap. Oh, the ball was tipped. Oh, still managed. No flag. Seemed like he was grabbed from the helmet, but no. Managed to spin him around, grabbed him from the jersey, so it's going to be a loss of 1 yard on the play, 2 yards. 2 yards on the play, so it'll 2nd and 6. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 25-yard line. Here we go, SaberCats trying to stay on the field. Big play coming up, 3:30 and counting left in the half. It's Robert Vela SaberCats 3 and the Mission Vets Patriots 0. He's got a man. He's overthrown. He had pressure. They rolled him out to the left side, and he got rid of it. And the ball, I mean, you needed more time for that play to develop. Little shout out going out to Mario Lopez, compadre Mario Lopez, Elda, and the girls. Everybody enjoying the game at home with this weather. But they're saying, go SaberCats. Thank you for tuning in. All right, little shout out going out to the girls and the Brewster team. They heard the shout out to everybody in the bus. So I'm glad y'all did. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Low snap. He managed to get it. Low kick to the far side. It takes a SaberCat bounce, though, and it'll go out. Oh, they're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line. So they both teams managed to, get a break or found a way to keep the other team from getting to the end zone. So it's going to be 1st and 10. This is going to be the 4th time, I believe, that the Mission Vet touched the ball. 5 times. It's going to be the 5th time they touch the ball. And once again, I'm Donald Salinas. Rolando Ramos helping with the stats to my right, to my left. Ida Salinas, my wife. 3:04 left. We got us a good one. SaberCats 3, Mission Vet 0. Handoff to the far side of the field. Number 34 had something going, but a good play there coming up by the SaberCats. Managed to stop him to just 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2:54 and counting.
Garcia.
Running back John Garcia on the run. Hey, guys, thanks a lot, man. This is awesome. Once again, I'm saying what I'm saying because of these two people, one to my right, one to my left, make it so easy. Here we go. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the 3 to the right. He's by himself in the backfield. Here's a snap. Here comes a play. Oh, wow, perfect timing. No flag on the field. It was going to be a little screen. He had blockers, but nobody told number 31 he was in the huddle. So number 31 comes up. Right when the ball gets there, he meets him, and it falls incomplete. So here we go once again. Stops the clock, 2:32. Here comes a 3rd and 7 coming up for Mission Vet Patriots. Here we go. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 right behind him. That is Garcia, number 34, carrying the load on the runs. The snap. He's going to pass. Oh, he's got a receiver open, number 4. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Good call, Edith. Edith's yelling. He dropped it. But he did have a man. He dove for the ball. It was going to be a great catch, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, give the kid credit for trying and just spread all out and try to get it. It fell incomplete. So it'll be 4th down, and this time Mission is set up to punt for the 2nd time. Mission a little too far in front. They're trying to get, there's no ball in the field. They're trying to get a dry ball. The clock is running, so it's going to cause them to get a timeout, official timeout. Again, I don't see why would the officials call a timeout, but we had 9 seconds left in the play clock. Nevertheless, they're going to set up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, 2:26 left in the half. It's SaberCats 3, Mission Vets Patriots 0. They're punting from about their own 37-yard line. Here's a snap. Little high, he got it. Got rid of it from the 38-yard line. SaberCats back at about the 10. It takes into the end zone. It takes a good bounce for the Vets and a good bounce for the SaberCats at the same time. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line and 2:17 left. What do you got? Give me something, Rolando. Give me anything you want on the passing. What do you got on the passing for them?
Mission Vet has 12 passes. And 34 has been running the entire time.
The entire time?
Yeah, he's picked up about 33 yards. That's
about the most he's picked up altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, he's carrying mainly the whole load. How about on the SaberCat side? How many passes we got?
We got 7 passes for 3 completes. And we got
how many?
11, 18, 22 yards on the ground.
All right, here we go. It's a handoff to the far side of the field, number 10. Nothing developing, nothing. Nobody's letting him get to the outside. He cuts it back to the other side of the field. He can pick up 2 good blocks.
Oh, that's
and here he goes, good block. He's got room. So after they had him for a loss of, call it 4 yards, he turns it around, comes to the near side of the field, And from the 20-yard line, brings it up to the 43-yard line, a pickup of 23 yards for the running back. Who was that? I didn't get a number. I'm sorry,
That was
man.
Guerra.
Guerra. It was
25.
Guerra on the play. We got 2 men down. Hopefully everything's fine. But for right now, there's a timeout on the field. It's an official timeout. And he just giving me the sign. What we're going to do is move those chains. We're moving the chains all the way to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 23 yards on the play. Ladies and gentlemen, they had him for a loss. Here's a replay. He was back at the 16 to the 14, 13. And ended up all the way down to the 43-yard line. Good. Catch TV. Good job, guys.
I think that guy that's down is on that big block.
Yeah, that was a great block by the quarterback. I think it was a quarterback that went back and made a block. He had nothing to do. Nothing was going to come this way, and all of a sudden. And again, that's when you kind of over-pursue, your coverage. I mean, everybody went to the far side of the field on the handoff and came back. He had 2 blocks. He got the 2 blocks. And to be honest with you, after he was hit and turned around all that, he ran out of air because he had a lot of room, and they made up some room on him real quickly. So it's going to be 1st and 10, 2:01 left. Ladies and gentlemen, in the half, it's Robert Vela SaberCats 3, Mission Vets Patriots 0, but they have a 1st and 10, ball at their own 43-yard line. Here's the snap. He's going to keep it this time. Great fake on the handoff. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an option whether he sees the linebacker go at the running back. He keeps it, and he kept it in his tummy as much as he could and decided to keep it for a gain of, call it, 9 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 1. The only thing is clock's running. We're down to 1:41, 1:39 and counting. He's got 3 to the right, 1 on his left hip, and one to the near side of the field. That's to his left. He's going to pass. He pumps and goes. He's got help. He better not do that. There you go. He's got to Oh, we got a holding. We got a flag. We got a holding. Oh. There's a flag, too. They're going to offset, ladies and gentlemen. A very bad decision on the Mission Vet side. And you cannot grab the helmet like that and try and pull it off the quarterback. So they're going to offset. We had a holding, I'm sure, and then we're going to get a personal foul. Here comes the call. They're going to offset, I'm pretty sure. We'll wait and see. Here comes Greg Ontiveros on the call. Holding. Right? They offset. So the only bad thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, that it took a lot of time off the clock. It's going to be down to 1:22, and they're going to start it, I'm pretty sure, on the play. It's still going to be 2nd and 1 once again, like if nothing ever happened when you get the flags offset. He wants to run the clock, and he's running the clock. You go 1:21 and counting. We have a 2nd and 1 coming up. You call this sort of a free down. 3 to the right. One on one guy on motion. And he's got some room. Get to the outside. Get out of bounds. He didn't get out of bounds. They'll stop the clock. I'm pretty sure to move the chains. So there's a stop on the clock. Here we go. One more time. We're going to move those chains. We're moving the chains. It's going to be they'll stop the clock till they get set. Here we go. They got to set the chains. The clock, the ref hadn't blown the. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to explain here, I cannot believe they let the play go because the play clock wasn't running yet, nor the clock. The ref hadn't blown the whistle, and they centered the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball at the 37-yard line. The rain is starting to come down a little harder, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here at Edinburgh Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Rolando Ramos. To my left, Ida Salinas. Yes, she is related. That's my wife. So here we go. It's 2nd and 10. SaberCats trying to get some more points on the board. Right now, all they have is 3. We got 53 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Ball being spotted at the 37-yard line. Here's a snap. Oh, they're blitzing all the way. That's Mission Vets. He managed to get out of the blitz. And, oh, my God, he's still going. He's got some room. After almost being sacked for a 6-yard loss, ask me how. I'm going to tell you, I don't know. Here's a replay. Here's a replay. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, 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 boom. Get out of my way. Look at this guy. 7, 8, 9, 11 guys. They all came back and hit him. Here we go. 1st and 10. Oh, he's got room. No flags down. He's got 1 mile to beat. Touchdown, SaberCats. No flags on the field. No, sir. I see no yellow. So it's going to be touchdown, SaberCats. All right, so with 26, que más quieres, coming from Rolando Ramos. And what a great, the last 2 runs, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the highlights of tonight, whether they win or lose. Those last 2 runs showed you that the SaberCats want to win. Here comes the point after. They're setting up. A lot of time left on the play clock. We got over 15 seconds. Take your time, guys. Get a good snap. Make sure you get the ball. Set the ball. Here's the snap. Here's the hole. Here's the kick. Uh-oh. Extra point, SaberCats. Ladies and gentlemen, what a first half here at Cat Stadium. Right now, it's going to be Robert Vela SaberCats. Here comes there's a replay. 30 yards on the play, man. Wow, that was a great run, man. There it is. Here it is. There he goes. Look at this block right there, that last block. Boy, now we're jamming. Van Halen on the stands. Here we go. 26 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Donut Salinas. I got Rolando Ramos to my right, and I got Edith Salinas to my left, giving me all the stats. Believe me, it doesn't sound. Don't think I know what I'm doing all the way through, guys. These guys are giving me everything, information to say, so it makes it a lot easier. So thank you guys very much. So we're gonna have maybe a few more plays before we go into halftime. But right now at Cat Stadium, we're live in Edinburgh, giving you some 5A football. These guys are deciding who's going to go first seed, who's going to go second seed on the big school side of the field. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't go 1 against 4, 2 against 3. What happens is you got to pick big school, small school, and we're on the big school side of the deciding who's going to go where. So it's right now they're fighting to see who's going to be seeded 1, who'll be seeded 2. It'll be the SaberCats kicking off from the 40-yard line. They're kicking from the south to the north. Here's the kick, and it's just a little squibber down, and they touch it, but they pick it up again. The second guy picks it up. Uh-oh. Had a little promising room, but it closed up quick. He's down at about, I'm going to call it the 36-yard line. At the most, they'll give him is a 37. We're down to 21 seconds. Now, if you're Mission Vets, I would be careful in turning the ball over because the momentum right now, it's all SaberCats. We'll wait and see what they're going to do. They got one split right, 3 to the left, 1 on his left hip. Here's the snap. It's a handoff, and I believe they moved early because they stopped the play. No, it's timeout. Here we go. Here comes the call. All right. Again, they're running the play, and these guys were switching players. So give them 5 yards. It'll be first and 5. A good thing is they ran 4 seconds off the clock. So it'll be first and 5. Ball at the 41-yard line. We're down to 18 seconds left here in the half. Once again, it's Robert Vela 10, Vets 0. Here's the snap. Handoff right up the middle. Number 34, Garcia. Big hole. He needed 5, and he picked up about 11. So we're going to move those chains. Here comes the flags. And ladies and gentlemen, you start seeing this when you see a little frustration, and the frustration is coming out as far as you've done so much, you get so close, and nothing happens, and you think you're going to hold them, and the other team comes up and puts up another 7 points on the board. So from it being a tight game twice, they were in field goal range. Well, we don't know their kicking game. Apparently it's not that good. So instead of them being ahead or at the 1-yard line, yeah, exactly. You were at the 1-yard line, you couldn't get in. It came back to the 6. So instead of it being them being up, they ended up not scoring, giving the ball to their team. Then they get it back at the 31 with the interception or the fumble that we thought he was down. So again, you get another chance, and you manage to get nothing, another turnover. So like that that frustration will add up, and it just gets worse and worse. And here comes the call. 15-yarder. So instead of you being in areas where you can maybe get 2 passes in and get a good pass, throw a timeout, and throw one to the end zone and get some points on, you went back 15 yards. So now it's going to be first and 10, ball at their own 38-yard line. Now be careful and don't get an interception. Here we go. They got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 on his Garcia on his right hip. Oh, they messed up. It's going to be offsides. It's a free play. It's going to be an offsides. And that'll take it. Now it's a defensive. It's on the defense. You can't end it. You cannot end it. You cannot end the half on a defensive. Yeah, on the defensive side. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be against the offense. Illegal formation. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to take us to halftime. About halftime, I don't know if we're going to get a halftime show because of the weather. But for right now, it's going to be Robert Vela SaberCats 10. And it's going to be Mission Veterans 0. And on the stat side of the field, we're going to give you some stats. The SaberCats have gotten the ball 6 times. They managed to score twice. They scored with 1:03 left in the first quarter, and they scored a minute ago with 26 seconds left in the half, and that put the 10 points on the board. They managed to pick up 9 first downs. They've been flat 6 times for 40 yards, and again, it's 10 points on their side. On the other hand, it's got Mission touching the ball 6 times also. They only managed to pick up 6 first downs only. Again, they were in the red zone twice, and one time they had it on a second and goal from the 2, couldn't get it into the end zone, turned the ball over on downs. They had a big flag on a 4th and 1. Legal procedure, moved them back 5. They ended up getting nothing. They've turned the ball over 3 times, and all 3 times, I believe it's been on downs. And on the other hand, it was the SaberCats turning the ball over twice on downs. So that's halftime stats from Ida Salinas. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Rolando Ramos. We'll see you in about 27 minutes. For right now, enjoy the halftime show.